Hello everyone! Today we will show you some tips how to teach basic text. So, shall we? Start with tips number 1 about introducing a text. If you want to present some text, you have to present the text first. You can do that with this type of sentence. Hi everyone, how are you today? Today we are going to read some text, especially descriptive text about animal. For the next tips is after you present the text, you can provoke the student to sharing what do they know about the writer. For example, you can start that with this sentence. Is there anyone know about W.R. Supratman? Can anyone share with us? Easy, right? The third tips, after you provoke the student to sharing about the writer, you can also ask student about what do they know about type of text. You can start with this sentence. After you see descriptive text, where can we find this type of text, do you think? Anyone knows? Tips number 2 about basic reading. After you introducing the text to all the students, the next you must do is to make student observe all information in the text. To do that, you can order student to read the text first silently. Okay, before we discuss about this text, you might read this text first silently. After you order student to read the text, you can ask about new vocabulary that they found in the text. For example, okay, is there any vocabulary that make you confused? Don't bother to ask me. The third tips, ask them question about the text. You can start with this sentence. As you are already read the text, I will ask you some question about the text. And the tips number 4 is you can also ask them about the main idea of the text. What do you think the main idea is? The tips number 5, you can also ask them about what will happen next in the story of the text. Can anyone guess how the story will end?
Okay, for the next is reading aloud. You can ask your student to read aloud. An example is, let's read the passage aloud. Let's read out what it says here. Or you can also ask your one student to read it. For example is, who would like to begin? Any volunteers to begin? It could be in another way, like another sentence please, someone else please, followed by that's fine, thank you, or that's enough, thank you. For the next is looking at details. You can practice some of these tips while teaching in the classroom so you can get your student understand the material in detail. First, let's talk about this chapter. Let's take a closer look at the text. It can be also done in a way where look at the some difficult point in the text. Or let's have a look at the some difficult point. Let's look at the line 2 for a moment. What do you call these things in Indonesia? Can you say the same things using different words?
Next is checking understanding. You can ask your students about the topic that have been explained. I will give you some examples. 1. Did you guys get the main idea of this topic? 2. Can you explain more about this topic? And it could be in another way, like, is there anything you still don't understand? Let me ask you some questions about this topic. And then followed by, alright, everything is clear. Next is about checking vocabulary. You can ask your students about one vocab, and here are some examples. 1. Can you explain to me what this vocab means? Are there any questions about this vocab? It can also be done with, let's take a look at this new vocab. We had this vocab last week.
Okay, that's all from us. Hopefully our tips can useful for you guys. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.